Everybody ready? Open the statement. And then we'll open the floor for questions that'll just be Coach Taylor today, and then we'll move forward.
Not a bad day. Overall, I was very excited about getting out of here after seeing our guys go through 14 practices over the last couple of weeks. But not a bad day. I saw what I needed to see from certain guys. Some guys on that defense can fly around. Some guys, it was good to see Rico come back out there and make some plays. You know, he's shown that, that he can really stretch the football field going into the fall for us. He made a few explosive plays out there. But overall, it wasn't a bad deal. You know, you go through the spring ball, try to develop some guys and see basically who can help you going into a fall. And, you know, we got some of those questions answered today.
Guys, when you do your questions, please identify yourself just in case Coach don't know who you are.
Charles Christopher, Fields, Inside HBCU Sports Lab. Coach, with the nature of college football roster churning, are there still pieces that you might be looking to add going into fall?
Oh, definitely. I mean, if you look at it right now, we're missing probably about 15 to 20 guys. We got 6 more O-linemen coming in here, probably about 3 receivers coming in here. We're definitely, looking to probably continue to add depth at the quarterback position. We got some official visits going on now. We got a couple of linebackers here in town. Offensive lineman that we're pretty excited about that hopefully we can announce here in the next couple of days. But we're still building the football team. You know, the spring is just about developing what you have on campus. I think the good thing for us, we had about 90-something guys, 95-plus guys on campus to try to see who could help us in the fall. But like I told the guys in the beginning of the spring, this is JSU versus JSU. You know, it's been going back. We've been going back and forth all spring. You know, the defense whoop us one day, the offense get going one day. It's been going back and forth. So we're still building this roster. We still got a few key pieces that we're looking forward to getting here, you know, going into the summer.
Wilson Jackson, Coach, you talked about the quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did you learn anything new about Jacoby Morgan, and also the play from Ethan Terrell?
Ethan has been getting better each day for us as a freshman. If you think about a kid like Ethan, he should be still in high school right now. He was an early enrollee for us, but he showed flashes the first week of spring ball. We saw what he can do, and, you know, things are kind of moving fast for him. Like I said, he should be somewhere getting ready for prom right now. But we got quite a few guys that were early enrollees that we're excited about. You think about Nate Blunt, the running back, had a couple of explosive runs today. The left guard, Devin Love, But very pleased with Ethan and the other guys. You know, the receivers had a few drops for him. You know, he needs those guys to make a few more plays for him. But very, very pleased with what they did out there at the quarterback position as well as Ethan.
Coach J.T. Keith, hey, are you going to be the de facto offensive coordinator? It's not on the website or anything.
We'll see. You know, we still got a lot of time. Like I said, we won't have a game till August. You know, we'll continue to grow this football team. But I did handle it today. You know, I just called some stuff today. You try to stay base a little bit right there. You don't know who in the stands are watching, and just try to, put the kids in position to make plays. And, you know, and that's what I tried to do out there today. But we'll see, and I'll continue to evaluate it, see how I feel about it going forward, and I'll make that decision.
And can you talk about being here a year, being comfortable, and not have to rush everything?
Yeah, I mean, that's a plus. You know, at the conclusion of my first year, it was like, we lost close to 40-some players, but now, like I said, this spring, I had 90-some players going on the roster. It was a little more lax for a staff. Now, that was the thing that was kind of challenging, and that I had to step on the gas. You know, we lost some really good coaches to some FBS programs that I had to go out and replace. But we got those guys in here. We still got to go find the linebackers coach. But very pleased with those guys we replaced, and, just a little different from year one. You know, as opposed to right now. You know, I think our football team understands the culture now. That's why I'm so excited about the fall going into this season.
Anything else?
Okay, Coach. Kayla Norman, you talked about how you were glad to have Rico Powers return for team. So can you talk about what he's doing to maintain his health, to continue to play and to get better, especially for the upcoming season?
It's just his approach every day. You know, he comes to work every day, you know, with his lunchbox, and that's what he does from the time he's there to the time he leaves. You know, he really wants to be a pro, and he has the tools to be a pro. You know, he's big, fast, physical guy, and he's played football at the highest level. You talk about a kid that came from South Carolina in the SEC, you know, and it shows right now when he's out there on the football field, you know, and that was my whole deal too. Like I said, I just need him to see him make a few plays, and he went out there and do it. I'm like, all right, you sit down now at this point. I know what you can do. But again, you know, he was in the portal, you know, going into the spring, but chose to come back. You know, we had a great conversation, and he told me, you know, he just want to be developed you know, and I understand where he's trying to go. I've been there, and you know, I'm gonna help him get that, you know, achieve that goal.
Coach, we got a question on that.
Hey,
What's
Coach.
up?
Oh, sorry. Casey Thomas, WBT. Now, of course, Coach, you got a lot of time on your hands before this first game coming up, but you were in the huddle, you said, you know, we still got a lot of things to work on. What is probably some of those things that you want to see your guys accomplish before?
No doubt. I'm still trying to get this team to understand physicality, you know, in the trenches. We're not just, that's the part I didn't see, you know, out there today. The D-line did bring it, but up front on the offensive line, they're big, but we got to just be more physical and be able to run the football. You know, and I don't think we did our best job of that. I've seen it this spring, you know, at times, but they got to be motivated and be able to change the line of scrimmage and not get hit in the mouth. But just still working on the physicality piece. And then the biggest part is, you know, when we get everybody in here, everybody getting on the same accord. You know, I'm really concerned about getting the chemistry right once we get everybody in here.
Yeah, Cameron Adams. You mentioned your satisfaction with the D-line,
Mm-hmm.
so I want you to go ahead and tell me about some of your positives of the defensive side or negatives. So I just want to hear some of your critiques in general.
Well, starting with Coach Quinn, you know, our new defensive coordinator, he did a heck of a job out there today mixing it up. And usually, you know, I go into a spring game, I tell them no blitzes or nothing like that, so, you know, you can just kind of play football. But I told him to empty the tank, and he did. You saw corner blitzes, all the linebacker blitzing. I saw the safeties blitzing, but he did a heck of a job out there mixing it up and, you know, keeping us off balance on the offensive side of the ball. But some guys on that D-line really was getting after it. You know, you talk about a transfer from Eastern Michigan that we're very excited about, Josh Nobles. You know, he was in the backfield all day. And Jeremiah Williams, he's a vet at this point, 99. And, I mean, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Devontae Davis, True Thompson, transfer from Florida State. These guys have played a lot of football for us. And then the list goes on because we're so deep. You know, it's the 2 group, 1 group, 3 group. You know, we got some young guys out here from junior college, Tymon Wells, that we got in here in the mid-year that really had a great day up front on the defensive line. So, and to me, that's where it started, in the trenches. You know, that's why we're going to continue to build. I'm excited about the 6 additions on the offensive line. But those guys on the defensive line, they play with a passion, and they're very nasty, and they're quick. You know, they play with in the opposing offense's backfield each and every play. That's what you saw today.
Matthew out of Blue and White Flash newspaper. Who do you think will have the most impact on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball?
I mean, I think you saw what Rico could do out there with that speed and stuff. But we got 2 players that were injured or not, that were just still healing from the season that we kind of been holding out. If you think about Irv Mulligan to be back, J.D. Martin to be back out there, you know. So I'm excited about those 2 running backs, you know. On the defensive side, you know, I just talked about that defensive line. Josh Nobles is going to be an impact player. Devontae Davis, Jeremiah Williams, all those guys are going to make, you know, quite a few plays. Alan Walker had a great day. The transfer we got in last year from Louisiana Tech, he was doing some good stuff in that secondary. You know, you talk about a unit that led the nation in interceptions last year. Jalen Hughes is back. Keevrick Williams, K5, he's back out there. We're waiting for B.J. Washington. He didn't even scrimmage this, was able to participate in spring ball, you know. So it's quite a few guys that's returning on that defensive side of the football that we're excited about.
Coach, any comments on your quarterbacks?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to continue to get better. You know, continue to get better. You know, this is a system we just put in place this spring. They're still learning and trying to, you know, grasp what we're trying to do. I thought we could have played faster, though. You know, at times the tempo wasn't there. You know, those guys got to play a lot faster offensively, starting with the quarterback position, you know. But I feel good about all 3. You know, Zai, he's continuing to get better. He's healthy. Jacobian, he went, 3-1 for us on last season, a big guy out there playing quarterback, big, strong arm, good size. So, and it's going to be a lot of things that we'll be able to do with those guys going into the fall that I'm excited about, because all 3 kind of bring something different to the table, you know, and can do some things to help this football team.
Got time for 2 more. We'll go JT and then Charles.
Coach, can you talk about your field goal kickers and your kickers in general?
Oh, they're pretty good too. Dylan, you know, I'm excited about him. You know how we found him last year. He was just on campus, but got to go through spring ball for us. He's gotten stronger. He got a tremendous leg. He can kick it from a long way, so he did a great job. Leilani got out there, and, you know, she was on point too as well. She's getting stronger, getting better at it. Everybody's good there. Matt Knoll, the punter, is going to be fine. And then I think we're adding about 3 or 4 more at that position as well that we're going to bring in. And that's what we want. You know, we're trying to create competition, you know, at each position. But if you remember the Bethune game, I think it was it, Yeah, we didn't have nothing out there, so I won't fall into that situation ever again. I still don't know how we won that game.
Last question.
Let me ask, tremendous amount of turnover within the coaching
Yeah.
ranks within the SWAC. How does that sort of change the dynamics of the preparation for the season?
Well, man, I think it's wide open for us as a football team and as a program. You know, with us having so many players back, and then you know, you look at another top 5 signing class that we brought in here. You know, they're kind of where I was last year. You know, they kind of where I was last year. I know what, you know, kind of uphill battle they're fighting through, trying to build rosters, losing players, trying to keep players there. So with us having so many guys coming back, I think we're right where we need to be as a football team going forward. That's why I'm so excited about opening up with Louisiana Monroe, you know, on a Thursday night. August, a great test, you know, be able to gauge your football team. And then we're not on the road, you know, as much as last year too. But to have all these football players back and, you know, so much turnover in the SWAC, you know, they have to learn new systems, build rosters and things like that. You know, I think things are showing, you know, in pretty good favor for us as a program.
Coach, that'll do it. We appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.